Right, so here it is. Little pokey downstairs toilet. Quite kind of small. We've got a lot to do in here. I say a lot. We've got a basin to put back and a toilet to put back. But standard toilet coming out. Got a unit to go in there. We did the bathroom upstairs just before Christmas here, where we cut out the boxing in and sunk a unit into the boxing in. So a similar thing here, doing the exact same there. And then on this side, she wants a unit putting in, but because it's such a weird angle, there's no way we could get a unit to fit there. So what we're having to do is make a unit. So we've got two 300 doors, which are going to go on there. Plinfoot bottom, Plinfoot top, worktop on top of that. And then we've got a bowl to go on the top, and a big tap at the top, back. And for the first time ever, I'm going to be trying a bit of tiling. There's not much, I think it's only about 3 courses of tiles to do. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that goes to plan. So I'm just waiting for Nick Joyner to come, and he can start making the boxing in. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this basin toilet ripped out, and then we've got a blank canvas to work off. It's a little bit of a tip for you. I need to take this toilet out without damaging the tiles on the floor. So what I don't want to do is start pulling at it, because if I pull at it, because it's the tiles round the toilet, you see. So if I pull at that, there's a chance it could pop the tiles. It's the last thing I want to do. So I need to basically smash it out with a hammer, but it's full of water. So get yourself a wet vac. No more problems, no more water. So as soon as I smash that, it's just there's no water going to spill out everywhere. So yeah, let's get the fun bit and wreck the joint. Alright, so that all smashed out. I've not damaged any of the tiles. And once I've got my new unit in, which should come to just a bit further forward than that, my toilet will cover that. Might even fill that in if I need to. But yeah, just a little bit of a tip for smashing a toilet out. Right, progress update, all ripped out. So basin's out, toilet is all out. Joiner's been, he just nipped off to go get some bits now. So our plan is basically build a frame at the front here, fill a piece at that side, fill a piece at this side, 300 doors on there, worktop on there, basin on, tap it back in the corner, and a tile. I think we're going 3 courses up all the way around. And then tomorrow, so that'll probably do me today, is my plan today is to get basin in and tile. If I can get that done today, that's great. Back again tomorrow, toilet in, finish basin off, just tidy up. And we're also doing the window board. I can't remember if I said that or not. So yeah, steady away. I'm just waiting for Clifton's to deliver the worktop, because we ordered the wrong one. We need a slightly deeper one. So we'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to be big enough anyway. We might have to put a fill piece in, which I didn't really want to do, but it's not the end of the world, because once the basin's in and the tap's in, you won't see the fill piece that goes in there. So we'll just have to wait and see. Right, good morning. So I know I said I would get back to you yesterday once the joiner finished, but I decided to leave him to it. I went off yesterday, went home, chilled out. I didn't even go to do any more jobs. Very lazy of me, I know. But sometimes you just got to put your feet up and relax. You got to take care of yourself sometimes. Joiner has built me a unit. Looks very good. Looks very smart. Exactly what I wanted. Obviously, it's not black and white with some fancy writing on the front. That is just a cover. Before anyone says anything, it peels off. So, what I have to do today, this morning, is tile. What I have to do is tile. But. The customer decided the tiles I've got, now they've seen the unit, they don't like. The customer's going to swap the tiles this morning. So as soon as they get back, we need to jump on getting them tiles on the wall. So it gives it enough time to set off. I've got some rapid set. So hopefully that should go off in an hour or two once they're on the wall. Then I can grout up later on this afternoon and start fitting the basin. Because I can't fit the basin on the tap until I've tiled and grouted it. So it's a bit of a pain. And siliconed it. So yeah, could have done with the tiles first thing this morning, but never mind. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is get this basin fit. We've got Vanity unit, we've got a smaller one now. We've got originally the old one was 300, but this one's now a 200 deep. So should just, like upstairs, just past the boxing in. So we need to mark it up, get it all set up centre, cut that side. Hopefully it should just slide straight into place, and then there's no having to mess around with the boxing at either side. And then we've got concealed system inside, back to wall pan, which should cover the old pan hole, which we filled yesterday. Well, the joiner filled for me with some cement. Plenty to do, lots to do today, and yeah, not enough time to do it. Right, so now all the wood butchering's done. We have to butcher this unit to hell just to get it in past the waste pipe with inside entry, but it's in. We've got a bit of sealant just to fill them gaps there either side. So we're getting around to doing some actual plumbing for a change. So unit system's going on there. We've got it hung. We're just about to hang it on the wall now. So them little bolts that are coming out of the bracket just slide over and hook on like so. You've then got one washer and a bolt, and then I find the easiest way to tighten these up is with a box spanner. And then same on that side, especially with fill valve being in the way, just makes life a lot easier. So we'll get that on there, and then flush pipe needs to go in. So we've cut the panel already. We used the off cut of that at the back of it. You've seen it, we screwed it to the wall. And basically what that does is when the toilet's flushing, it stops the system from pushing back and potentially popping out. And then what's it called? The inlet valve. I'm going to have to put another nut on the inside and bring it inwards as much as I possibly can. I'm not sure if this one twists. I don't think it does. I might change the fill valve to one that twists so I can get it further in, and then I need to go get a bent tap connector. But as you know, and anyone that watched before, I like the bent flexes. It has the smallest radius of bend and you can get it tight as possible. With it only being a 500 unit, I've not got much to play with. And then that'll go down onto our, well, I've got a tap connector there at the moment. Probably take that off, isolation valve, and connect up onto there, and then flexipan connector on there to the pan. So yeah, we're getting there now, and then we can move over to the basin. Right, so it's system in place now. I need to obviously shoot off to get the flexi for that, but I'm going to cut this down to size for what I need. So I've shown you before, but I'll show you again, one for apprentices. Once you know how to do this, you'll never forget. It's simple, very simple. So all I do is put it in, don't cut it down yet. Measure from the floor to the centre of the outlet, and then measure from the floor here to the centre of your outlet there. You take that measurement away from that measurement away from that measurement, and that'll give you your Z measurement, and that's how much you need to take off the end of there. In this case, we have got 31 and a half there. It's usually about 34 and a half or 34. We'll go 34. So we take 31 and a half away from 34, gives us 2.5. 2.5. So I need to take 2.5 centimetres off the end of the flush pipe, cut that down, put it back in. That should then give me from the floor to the centre of my outlet there, 34. So we'll do that now, and then I'll show you how I work out how we cut this section here. Even though it probably looks like I've not done anything, that's cut down. And now we have, just see that, 34 to the centre. So what we have to do is get our wall panel now. Wall panel on. Right. So it's simple, same concept. We're going to make a measurement from there, which works out roughly 5. We'll measure it properly in a second. And then we measure off the front of the board, 5 centimetres, and then we cut that off. Flush cone on, and then toilet can just push back. We've got a flexi here, so I like to use flexis on back to wall pans because that way I can connect the flexi up, make sure it's all the way on, and then push it back, and then just push that into place. With these, because it's a slide down one, what I do is I can make all my connections with that out of place. Once I'm happy that nothing's leaking, I can just slide that down and silicone up around the edges. So yeah, we'll cut that, then we're going to go shoot to merchants and go get a connection for there, and then we'll get it all connected up. We also need to drill into the floor and get our L brackets in for the pan. Right, so we're just putting the toilet in now. It's all connected up. Bit of a tip, I think I've showed it before. I think I've seen Dan from Central Heat King show me it on his YouTube channel. So when you put a flush cone on, put some electrical tape at the back of it. That way you've got a bit of a marker and a bit of visual aid. And if you put enough on, it stops the flush cone from pushing back. So you know you're all way in once you've got it into place. So it's just a bit of a tip, handy little tip to use. And I wish probably known about it sooner, because many times I've pushed it in and pipe's gone in too far and the flush cone's come out and it's ended up a disaster. Very, very wet. So yeah, so we'll get that in place, fixed down, panel in, and then we've just got our, what's it called, button to put in. Should go somewhere like there, somewhere like that. Be careful, because I've done it many times. I've drilled it and then not being able to get it in because the system was in the way. So make sure you measure twice and cut once, because last thing you want to do is cut one of these panels wrong and then end up costing you for a new panel. And then once we've done that, start on the tiling. They've got the tiles now. They were going for little metro tiles before, but now they're going for a full tile at the top and a half cut tile at the bottom, just to cover the old tile marks. And then once that's in, I can get the unit in, get the basin in and the tap in, and get it plumbed up underneath there. Got 2 isolation valves and our waste pipe ready to go. Right, so toilet is all in now. That's done, fixed in position. I just need to silicone around the edges, obviously, but flushing working, all done, and I'm all tiled. If I don't say so myself, for a first-time tiler, I don't think that's too bad. Could have been a lot worse. I've seen a lot of worse. I've had a lot of worse tilers on my jobs, as you might have known from my previous bathrooms that I've done. So, drilled my hole for my plug, hole for my tap. So I'm just making up the basin now. Obviously, I can't fit the basin or the tap until it's gone off and I can grout, which I'm hoping I can do later today. If not, I might have to come back tomorrow morning to just finish the basin off, which is a bit of a pain because I didn't want to do that really. That's why I wanted to get tiled yesterday, but one thing after another, couldn't get it done yesterday, so I had to do it today. So never mind, we move on. So, basin waste, as you know, we're putting unslotted waste in, because we don't have an overflow in here. So, same as always, silicone at the top, washer, fill the hole with silicone, washer, no. Simple as that. Can't go wrong with silicone. I do like basin mates as well. It would work on this one, but I don't have any in stock. I do need to get some basin mates on the van in stock, just to use in situations like this. So I'm going to start piping up the sink, but temporary, just so that it makes life easier when it comes back to putting the basin back in. It's just a case of connecting up to what's going to be some couplers. So what I'm going to do is M&F elbow in there, onto front, bend them round, but having a nice radius, not kinking it, and they can connect onto there. And then I'm going to put the basin in, pipe the basin up, and then I can just undo the nut underneath, take the basin out, and I can grout up tomorrow, because I think I'm going to let it go off overnight and then come back tomorrow, grout up first thing in the morning, get that in, and I can finish siliconing up and stuff like that. So yeah, otherwise I should be here all day just waiting and not being able to do anything. So I'd like to try to be as productive as possible. Plan of action. Press, elbow onto there, fitting onto there. Simple as that. Let's do some plumbing. We haven't actually shown you any plumbing yet in the video. So, what we're in. Ooh, what am I doing that for? So, get yourself together, McCall it. That on. That's one down. I'm really enjoying using press, to be fair. It's so much quicker and cleaner, and this rigid gun, really good. Yes, it only does come in 15, 18 and 22mm. It doesn't do 28 as of yet. Might be something that comes in the future, but it's really lightweight, and I think I mentioned before it comes with a Milwaukee battery. It doesn't actually. They look identical, but they're not Milwaukee batteries, which I'm a bit peed off at actually, which is a bit of a letdown. But another battery, I think it's not overly bad. I think it's 30 quid, 35 quid, something like that. So I'll grab another battery, so it's not end of the world. But yeah, if you're in the market for a press gun, it's only 950-ish quid. So it's probably one of the cheapest ones on the market. So as an entry point for press, if you're doing domestic work, get yourself one. Check it out. Right, all done for today. Anyway, I've got to come back tomorrow just to finish off. I need to grout up. I've not fit the basin and the tap properly. They're just sat in place. I've hand tight the nut underneath on the tap, and I've piped it all up. As you know, try not to cry too much that I've used black instead of white. Don't want no tears about that in the comments. Tomorrow, I can just undo the trap, undo the flexes, and whip them two out while I grout up and silicone up there, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. I was going to do it today, but I'd rather just not risk it and just let it set and come back tomorrow just to grout and silicone up. Right, so I've had to come back Saturday morning just to finish off tiling. That's all tiled, got grouted done. I don't think it looks too bad. So for a first attempt tiling, it wasn't too bad. It's probably not perfect. You're probably going to pick it to hell, but I don't care. Customer's happy with it, and it looks bob on with the existing tiles. With a mirror to go up there, it looks well. So basin just to go in now. So how I'm going to fix this down is I'm just going to put some blobs of silicone round the top of the basin because we've got an indent here. So usually I'd put it straight onto the unit itself, but I put the dots on the basin, and I'm going to make sure I got it in the right place. So just don't have to go crazy, just enough just for it to grab and hold. So lift that into place, get that on, finish piping up, well, connect it back up underneath, and then just got silicone up round the pan, and we're all done. So yeah, been a nice little refurb this, modernised it a lot. Bloody forgot to get a photo beforehand. Is it just me when you're doing bathroom refurbs or stuff like this? I always get to get a photo before I rip it all out, which I need to start doing because it looks good, especially for the gram. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to get this finished off and done. I'm going to put a little clip at the end just to show you it all in place. And if you did like the video, smash that like button like I said for the probably 5th time in this video. It helps the algorithm, and make sure you subscribe for more plumbing content.